Equitable development is growth that benefits all people, regardless of income or race. So here in New York City, one of the things we're really struggling with is lots of people want to live here. When we make investments in things like new housing, how do we make sure that that housing is built for all people, the most vulnerable, those who are completely priced out of the private market?
Who are we developing for? There's this question of, is New York City going to be a place where only those who can pay can be here, or are we going to have a New York City that has an opportunity and a place and spaces for all of the diverse New York City community that we know today?
From our perspective, means giving people an opportunity to, have a toehold as the tides rise, and really be able to stay if they want to stay. And right now, it's very difficult for working class families to be able to chart a course forward in a gentrifying New York.
To me, equitable development is when everyone in the community has a say in the development process that occurs in that neighborhood. So a person who's homeless to a person who may live in a condo or maybe on the wealthier end of the spectrum, everyone within that context has an opportunity to provide their say in a process.
I heard a great term, gentrifying in place. It's allowing a community to benefit from all the resources that are coming into the city, and to allow the people who've been living there to benefit from the improvements to schools, improvements to access to healthcare, transit, creation of jobs, and making sure that as there is this great tide of development and resources that flow in, that they accrue to everyone.
There is a need to have the types of people who can support each other, who can rely on each other, who can worship in the same churches and eat at the same restaurants, and not feel uncomfortable at the end of the day.
You try to lift the neighborhood up at the same time while it's being developed. We are not against investment. We are not against the diversity of retail. We are not against a lot of things. But we have not figured out in the city how to have investment, massive investment, without having displacement. Until we do, we should not do it. We should stop.
People who have affluence, they move to neighborhoods where they can see their families moving ahead. And it's scary to me when we know we're building in sort of a low opportunity community for cost reasons. Right? We say, we can't afford to build it elsewhere because there's a cost attached to building in a low opportunity neighborhood. And we pay it, but even more significantly, the people who are forced to live there pay it.
We don't ever view neighborhoods as what they are to the people who are there. It's sort of a network of friends. It's the people you know on the street, the people who can make demands on you, the people who can yell at you and prod you to do what you should be doing, and you don't get angry at them for doing it because you know them. It's your best friend's mother who's telling you what to do, or it's your grandchild around the corner. When you disrupt those neighborhoods, when you pull them apart, that there are really a breakdown in the social support systems that people have, and that they really become very costly.
When I think about equitable, that is not just about saying that this person wants to stay in their neighborhood, but it's whether or not they're going to be able to stay in a neighborhood that offers them the opportunity and the access to the things that we as Americans, as New Yorkers, expect or have a right to in order for us to be able to continue to thrive.
A major question about equitable development is who gets it done. The public sector has a critical role to play in setting the priority and setting the table, but you need folks to implement. You need folks who can get the real estate aspects done, but also bring this lens of equitable development. And that's our role as LISC, is to bring the tools and resources that these mission-driven organizations need to get this right.